I have finally seen Barbie, and I'm telling you, gosh, I really love this film. So Barbie is directed by Greta Gerwig, and which stars Margot Robbie, who is stereotypical Barbie, and there's a crisis that happens to her that sends her on a journey questioning her whole world and her existence. Margot Robbie does a great job. I mean, she is owning it up in this film. I gotta give it to her. She is really playing that stereotypical Barbie and she owns it. Her comedy is great, the acting is great. I mean, everything from beginning to end, she is not phoning it in at all. Her comedy is just hitting on all levels. I mean, everything that she does when she is Barbie and the things that she doesn't know. Of course, we know, but something as simple as when her feet land flat, it's this huge thing and she's like, whoa, what's going on? But it's so funny and I love the way that they incorporate that into this film. Ryan Gosling as Ken, right there, this guy is a scene stealer. I mean, just as much as this is focused on Margot Robbie as Barbie, you can't forget about Ryan Gosling because he really does a great job in this film. He's really good and he has a great story. I never played with Barbie growing up, but I do know that it is about Barbie. And then there's Ken, which in the way I've realized it is Ken is really like an extension of Barbie, sort of like an accessory. And they really play up to that in this film, which is really cool because as the film progresses, you start to feel that it's Barbie and Ken. You know, they really play up that the and Ken. And he always feels like, look, I'm useless. There's nothing really for me. What am I even here for? Because the only reason I'm really here is because of you. I love that in this film. As you can see here, when they're leaving to go to the real world, things kind of switch up in the real world. So Ken gets to get a different perspective as well as Barbie gets a different perspective. And then when they have to go back to Barbie land, it's all chaos. And it's really funny though. They really lay down that there's really a message there about Ken's perspective as well as Barbie's perspective, and they have a nice way of seeing each other's perspective, and I really like that in this film. I had no idea there were so many different Barbies. I mean, there are a lot of Barbies in this film, and they just let you know, like, look, it's not about just Margot Robbie, the stereotypical Barbie, but you also know that everybody can be Barbie. There's so many layers in this film, and I loved it. I will tell you this, there's this one moment with America Ferrera where she does like this 5 to 10 minute monologue. It moved me. It really did. And I'm telling you, if you've watched this film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you haven't watched this film, I'm telling you, when you get to this part, you're going to be moved because I damn sure was. There is one little nitpick about this film, and I am being nitpicky because it really is a great film. But this is the thing. I don't think that this film is for 5 to 7 year olds. I was in a movie theater when I was watching it, and they were getting kind of restless in there because the film is, it does have a message, it does have a serious tone to it, but you know, if they're 10 to 12 year olds, they're going to be fine. But if you have some 5 to 7 year olds in there, I think there's going to be moments where they're going to get restless and start running around because they were doing that in my theater. But it's still a fun film, but there is a lot of this film that is a lot more serious tone than you might expect. And because of that, I don't know if I can give this the perfect score, but it still is a really damn good film because like I said, I don't know if you want to take the 5 to 7 year olds seeing it because you might not really enjoy the film if they start running around. Other than that, like I said, this is really a good movie. If you haven't seen it, what the hell are you doing? I mean, you're probably one of the few people that haven't seen it. This film has made $1 billion and is probably on its way to making 1.5 billion by now. This film is just really fantastic. I love everything about this film. Who would have ever thought that the biggest films of the summer would have been Spider-Man, Barbie, and Ninja Turtles? Come on, man. I absolutely love it. And I am so happy that Margot Robbie is now playing a lead and got such deserving success. She is really a fantastic actress, and I really love everything that she did in this film. And I got to give it up for Greta Gerwig. She directed a phenomenal film. And if they don't have a Barbie too, I'll be quite surprised because you got to get all these guys back. Ken was just as good in this film. And you realize in that film that you got Barbie, but you got to have Ken too. It was really that good. So if you haven't seen it, get your ass out there and see this film. I'm telling you, you will not not be disappointed. Thank you guys for watching this review. That's my review of Barbie. And as always, God bless, stay safe, and I'll be back here with another review.